Hey everybody, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and Cass is here, and I'm here, and we thought that first thing right out of the gate, we'll go ahead and draw for that nice, Grateful Dead prize pack that we have. Remember, that's the hat, the foam finger, the stickers, and the beautiful little hacky sack made in Guatemala. Okay, so Cass is going to pull a name and try to remember, get only one piece of paper because we don't want anybody bummed out if they get stuck to another person's name and then we lose out. Okay, so there you go. See, there's all these. You know, we were a little surprised. We thought we were going to get more for this one, but
that just means your chances of winning are even
it
higher.
does. I guess y'all want music. You don't want prizes. So, okay, let's see who we have.
It is Joel Kotzen from YouTube.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Congratulations,
all right, so,
Joel.
yes, congratulations, Joel. We'll send this right out to you. I'll go ahead and get your information, and we'll be sending that little prize pack your way. So, congrats, and yeah, very good. Even if, you know, you guys, you should enter these things, even if it's not something that you like, because you can give these away for Christmas presents. If we have something else coming up, keep that in mind, because it's always a good idea. But anyway, all right, so Joel, we're going to keep his name with that stuff so that we don't forget it.
Nice, and hopefully we have another one of these before Christmas time.
Wouldn't that be
see
nice?
What happens.
Yes. Maybe if we don't have one, we'll just create one.
It's a good idea.
Even if the labels don't give us anything, maybe we'll create something for y'all. Okay, so now we're on to picks of the week. As always, our boy Cass, he is the one that kicks us off. And I think our lighting in here is really weird. I feel like there's this weird sunbeam coming across. But anyway, doesn't matter. We're talking about music, it's not a vanity project. So go ahead and tell us what you picked this week.
All right, this week, this is a big deal for me. This is Have a Nice Life, Sea of Worry. And Have a Nice Life, they are one of my favorite bands in the world. Their album, which I will show you because we have it as well, Death Consciousness, came out 2008. Pretty much my favorite album of all time. It's a bold statement, but it is my favorite album.
Okay.
And this band, they're basically a duo, and it's Tim Maruka, I think, and Dan Barrett, and they've been doing this, like I said, since 2008. That was their debut, but this is their third studio record, and each record they put out, they have a pretty huge gap in between. The gap between the first one and their comeback album was about 8 years, and then from this one, it was 5 years. So they leave the fans waiting a long time, but it's always worth the wait, because they are truly geniuses, I think, in their craft, and the kind of music they make. Basically, it combines a lot of dark genres, a bit of industrial, a bit of post-punk, some gothic rock in there as well, and some shoegaze too. And it's all notoriously very lo-fi. Their first record, super lo-fi. Apparently they recorded the whole thing with only $800, which is pretty hard to believe, but it still sounds incredible. And sometimes lo-fi works to your advantage. Of course, Car Seat Headrest, Microphones, Neutral Milk Hotel, so many great bands made very classic records with lo-fi recordings, so it can be done. But the difference with this new one here over here is it's actually not so lo-fi anymore. They kind of have like a full band now. They used to have like a drum machine for all their drums. They have a real drummer now. And of course some of that classic drum machine sound still comes through in a few of the songs, but most of it has like a full live kit now, which sometimes I enjoy, sometimes I wish it was the old style still, but overall this record, really solid from them. It's only 7 tracks, but each one has a lot to offer. A couple of the tracks actually ended up on a compilation that came out in 2009, so the hardcore fans already know a couple of the songs on here. So not too many surprises, but overall, like I said, just really, really dark, depressing music on here. Usually they deal with themes of like suicide, depression, and stuff like that, but this one's a little more uplifting. So it's I think you'll still like it. It's not like a totally bleak, drab album. It's very, a lot of energy to it, I should say. And yeah, so check it out. We have only black vinyl at the moment. We're hoping to get some colored ones in. It's $23.95. Really, really digging it. Please check it out. And if you've never heard of them, listen to their back catalog. It's all really good.
I think he kind of likes that one.
I could talk about it for another 10 minutes
Clearly.
if I had to.
I understand. I mean, I don't condone it, but I understand. Okay, so for this week, I have for you this Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. This is Ghosteen, and it's on Ghosteen Ltd. This is actually the 17th studio album from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Yeah, they've been kicking around a long time. If you don't know already, they're an Australian band and actually one of my favorite bands in the world, I would say.
Yeah, good week for us.
This was digitally released October 4th, but now it's here for you on vinyl, and now I feel like it's really time that I can get to tell you about this. Now, this is the final part of a trilogy of albums that included Push the Sky Away from 2013 and Skeleton Key from 2016. Now, the last album was recorded after Nick's son Arthur's untimely death, and most of that album was written before he died. This album here is it's much broader and a much more of a reaction, a stunning reaction to like losing his son. He split this album into 2 acts. The first part he calls the children, and the second part he calls the parents. And he's kind of opted out of the press junkets, and he's not doing that kind of stuff. But he has been at shows doing an audience participation Q&A, which I think is a pretty brave thing too, because you don't know what people are going to ask about, and it's still so raw, you know. But anyway, here's sort of the little release that he says about it. So these are his words. He's saying, "The songs on the first album are the children. The songs on the second album are the parents. Ghosteen is a migrating spirit. It's a holistic portrait of a father grieving. And while the songs are often heartbreaking, he dwells on and repeats phrases like it's a long way to find peace of mind." And on the closing track, Hollywood, on the parents' half, there's also a strange kind of hope within the songs. So the lyrics on this are very frank. I know that if you know Nick already, you're kind of used to sort of depressing themes, but he usually kind of writes about other characters like badasses that are, you know, doing this or doing that, as well as amazing love songs. He kind of can do either. But this is like super raw and super him just like out there, and also the way that the Bad Seeds, Warren Ellis doing the violin like in a loop, it's sort of, it's harkening back to like Nick feeling like he's in that area of limbo. You know, it's all, everything's done to perfection. It's a really great record. The track Ghosteen, it keeps saying like things, several songs actually are about being by your side, and freedom is another kind of big theme on this. On Fireflies, from the parents' half of the record, he sings, "I'm here and you are where you are." So he's really just coming to terms with this, and if anything, the real concept behind this record is that, you know, Nick he's shook but he's not broken, okay? And he's just changed. He's changed from what you're used to from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Like I said, this is very frank lyrics on this. You should really give it a try. It's a double LP. It also comes with a digital download. It is $29.95. You see the cover here is like heaven or Eden or something like that. And it should be on colored vinyl, but it's not. But anyway, that's okay. $29.95. Check it out. It's a beautiful record.
Yeah, heavy stuff.
It is, but anyway, I know that you probably on the lighter side have some other things that you want to talk about, so go ahead. Tell us what you found.
Okay, so a lot of reissues lately, but these really excited me, and if you're a fan of krautrock, these will excite you as well. Can's third and fourth studio records, Tago Mago and Iga Bamyasi. Never know how to pronounce that one. But these were pretty much part of the trilogy of very classic records from Can, Future Days as well, the one after these two. Those 3 records, very, very perfect krautrock albums in my opinion. Just very rhythmic, groundbreaking drumming from Jaki Liebezeit. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but
it's good.
The drumming, like I've said before, in krautrock is absolutely breathtaking to me as a drummer, and when I first heard Tago Mago, it completely blew me away. I didn't even think a drummer could sound like this. I didn't even think songs or rock songs could sound like this. And it's still one of my favorite records to this day. Both of these are. And if you haven't heard of Can, please give them a listen. They're a very important rock band, and they always strove to be different than any other rock band in the world, much like their other German counterparts. So just that alone, you know, not trying to sound like a bluesy, you know, English sort of ripoff or anything like that. They wanted to do their own thing, and these are 2 perfect examples of that. And they also feature Damo Suzuki. I think this was his second album he sang on, and his third. he was still getting used to the band's sound, but he fit in so well. And yeah, two absolute classics, and they're out on colored vinyl. That's what makes these so special. They've been out on vinyl for ages, but
What, like orange and green?
green and orange,
Oh,
perfect.
okay, great.
What more could you ask for?
Yeah, that's really good.
This one's a single vinyl, $26.95, I think, and this is a double for $29.95.
Right, you're correct.
So please check them out. Absolutely incredible.
Very good. Okay. So mine on the happier side is this Rolling Stones Bridges to Buenos Aires on Eagle Records. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now listen, everybody's always saying we don't need another Rolling Stones album, let alone another live Rolling Stones album, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because I've been a full-blown Stones fan since I can remember, and they make me happy. I like them. So this is the latest concert release from their Rolling Stones archives, and this is the full-length show from their 5-night sellout residency that they did at the River Plate Stadium in Argentina's capital, and it's been restored in full and features a very special guest appearance from Bob Dylan, who came out and did like a Rolling Stone, his song, but with them.
Wow.
During this. Okay, it was filmed on April 5th in 1998, and at this point the band had already played to over 2 million people on the first 2 legs of the tour in North America and Japan. And then they only played a further 2 dates in South America on the triumphant year-long Bridges to Babylon tour before they headed back to North America and Europe. Anyway, it's got everything you want here, and it's great. Yeah, so you know, maybe you don't think you need another Stones live album, but there's also a DVD, I think, that goes a companion piece with this. It's not in the package, but it is out there too, because, you know, these were, like I said, 5 nights of sellout. But you know, Argentinians, they're like that. They're kind of nuts, right?
Probably hear them
South
cheering
America,
and chanting at some points,
absolutely. I'm sure it's going to be like that. They're hardcore fans in South America, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, this is limited edition. It's 3 LPs, and it's on 180-gram blue vinyl, and this is actually a beautiful color of blue. It's not, it's more like this kind of teal turquoise that's in the tongue. It's gorgeous, and so it's $52.95. You got to have some deep pockets for this one, but you know what? If you're like me and you're just like, you know, you love them and they make you happy, go for it because you're gonna like that. Okay.
That's a pretty good price, I'd say.
It's not bad for 3 LPs. Yeah.
Not too bad.
Okay, Cass. So now we're going to show you some. Oh, and he's right. We do have a lot of reissues. Boy, it was slim pickings this week. I mean, we were kind of even just listening to a few things, and some of it was like dismal that, you know, is out this week. But anyway, it's like there's some okay stuff here. First up, all right, we have Gene Clark, No Other, 1995.
Cool.
Okay. Then we have Celia Cruz and Tito Puente, Alma con Alma. This is $22.95, and y'all know who that is, right? We don't need, it's like, you know, Celia Cruz, she's like, you know, the queen of, what is it, kind of salsa stuff, right? In a way. And then Tito Puente, he's like, what, is he just a composer, or does he play something as well?
I think he plays drums.
He's a percussionist.
Quite
Yeah.
a good one, too.
Okay, so that one's $22.95 for you. And
Nice.
okay, now we've got Lucy Dacus. This is 2019. It's on blue vinyl, $16.95. Now, is that the EP?
Yeah, and it has a Christmas song at the end, too. So,
Okay.
pretty cool.
All right. And then another Lucy Dacus. This is Historian. This is on clear vinyl for $19.95, and that would be the full length.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was her first album, so
Yeah.
a little reissue there.
Okay, now a lot of people excited for this. FKA Twigs, Magdalene, and this is on red vinyl. It's $22.95. I don't know if you had a chance to hear this today, but my thought on it was like her first record, you know, it had some couple of brilliant songs and some filler fodder, but I think a lot of people have been really kind of waiting for this because they want to see the growth. I didn't hear it. It was like, it's not that it's bad, it's pleasant enough, but it was very samey. I mean, maybe there's a lot happening lyrically, I guess. Sometimes when it's just on and you're just hearing it, it didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a long time since the last record.
It really has.
So fans have been eagerly waiting. I listened to it once. It didn't like stop me in my tracks, but it sounds pretty good. Maybe it's a grower. It seems like people online are going absolutely mental for it. So maybe you know, just got to give it a few listens.
Maybe it is. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a hideous album cover, though.
I don't like it
say.
either.
Not
And
a
show the
fan
back
of the
too. The
cover.
back isn't like really great. Just the eyes are kind of, yeah.
I think that's what she's going
I
for, but she
know.
definitely
Don't love it.
Achieved ugliest album cover 2019.
Yeah. All right, now we got Bill Frisell, Harmony. This is Gatefold, 2 LPs, $24.95. This is Jazz on Blue Note. And we did listen to that too, and that was pretty pleasant.
Oh, that's what we had on today?
Yeah, we had
Oh,
that
that's
on
pretty
today.
good.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay, now we have a reissue of Lady Gaga Art Pop, 2 LPs for $24.95. Now, you know what? She's not typically what I consider my cup of tea. I mean, I have respect for the craft and all that, but she is that bitch. You know what this is? This is a reissue of this, but she removed the R. Kelly track from it, which is awesome.
So that's what this is.
That's what it is.
I was wondering
because-
why this came out.
No, she already scrubbed it digitally, but now
Holy
she, this is
shit.
like, you don't really typically hear of that, of an artist reissuing something. But yeah, they did a track together, and what was it called? Something like Get What You Want, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so, in light of that documentary series, Surviving R. Kelly, I think so many of these people are horrified of having worked with him, she being one of them. And, she's a survivor of abuse herself, and so she is just like completely apologetic. So she scrubbed that track. It's over. It's done. And, Chance the Rapper is another one that has come out publicly that has been like ashamed of working with him. So,
Such
did
a
you?
power move.
Well, did you see that documentary?
I haven't seen
Oh
it, but I
my
mean,
God.
I've heard everything I need to know about him.
It's absolutely
so-
horrific. I put it on one day, and I was just thinking, I'll check this out a little bit. And I was engrossed. It's like a car wreck. You can't look away. And how this guy got away with this for over 2 decades without being locked up and throwing away the
Beyond
key,
me.
I don't know either. But anyway, bravo to Lady Gaga. Hats off,
Power
girl.
move.
Yeah.
Hopefully, more artists that have had R. Kelly features take inspiration from this move and start to do this as well.
Yeah, it's
'cause
just some things
it
are
should be
just
done.
not okay. And it's like a person can have talent, but if they're an asshole, they're an asshole, and they need to be called out, like, absolutely.
Exactly.
All right, now we've got some Madonna reissues all on clear vinyl. We have Like a Virgin for $23.95.
Cool.
We have Self-Titled for $23.95.
Okay.
Her first record. We have True Blue on clear vinyl, $23.95.
Nice.
We have Who's That Girl? Also, all these are clear vinyl, $23.95.
Great. Get your Madonna fix.
You can. Now we have More Mother, Analog Fluids of Sonic Black Holes on gray vinyl, $19.95. Meant to listen to that today, didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, interesting cover. I'll have to check it out later on.
Yeah, looks like it'd be kind of up your street. I just get
It
the
looks
idea
dark.
that, that might be something that
Exactly what I was thinking.
you're going to be sitting in the corner eating ramen in the dark listening to that, right?
There we go.
Okay. Now we have a whole slew of Police reissues. These are all on black vinyl, but this one I would say is actually my favorite Police record, Ghost in the Machine. This is on 180 gram for $22.95.
I'm not sure why they had to reissue this one. There's already copies out there, but
Yeah, I don't have any info that they've been expanded or remastered or anything, so I don't know. Regatta de Blanc, $22.95.
well,
Now that doesn't say 180 grams, so I don't know if we're meant to assume that because Ghost in the Machine was, but I don't know. Okay. Synchronicity, $22.95. I think this is the album that just kind of blew them up completely, where they were huge at the time of this record. I mean, if you look at the track listing, there's something like, 5 hits,
Oh, yeah.
top 10 hits on this record alone. So
I think this might have been their last record too.
really, that
Something
was like the
that,
height
yeah.
of their popularity too. So $22.95. Okay.
Nice.
Then there's also Zenyatta Mandata for $22.95.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think those last 3 definitely long out of print. So
Now we got a Post Malone 7-inch. It's called Wow. It's $13.45.
kind of a cool cover on here.
Yeah, it's nice silver foil cover. That's good.
Nice.
All right. Okay, now we got the Raincoats Audi Shape on colored vinyl, but I don't know if it tells us what color that vinyl is.
Blue Marble.
Blue Marble. Okay, now this is a band this is the second album from a band of girls that came out with 3 records. This is the second middle release, and there's liner notes in here by Kim Gordon. But the interesting thing about these girls is that they kind of experimented with instruments they didn't really know how to play all the time. They experimented with some like tribal drumming, and one of their original members, Palm Olive, she quit the band before this was released, so they actually went in and removed all of her drumming and then came back and did it, which maybe is why it sounds a little disjointed. But anyway, you know, they just had that great DIY, post-punk DIY kind of approach to everything. And, you know, that's kind of powerful. I mean, I gotta love it when girls do that. You know, I mean, I know punk was very DIY, of course, in itself as well. But yeah, this one is from 1981. And like I said, there's an album prior and an album after, and it's never really kind of got proper attention. But you know, check this out; it's really pretty good. And $25.95. It's 2 LPs.
So this is a new. It's not a new album. It's a reissue.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, to check
They
that
are
out.
no more. Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool.
All right, now we got the Brian Setzer Orchestra. Dig That Crazy Christmas, $22.95. You know, these Christmas albums are going to start rolling in now.
Yeah,
so
we're already
there you
selling
go.
them too.
Okay. Now we have Simply Red, Blue Eyed Soul, $25.95. Is that, it must be a reissue because they're not around anymore, right?
I don't know. The cover looks like a movie soundtrack or
Yeah,
something.
it kind of does, doesn't it?
But yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they're a band anymore. So, well, does we have a date on here anywhere?
2019. I think it's a new record.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, I
back
stand
together.
I stand corrected. There you go. And that's Mick Hucknall, and he was always like white boy soul type voice. You know what I mean? They were very popular in the UK. So, and I think Holding Back the Years was their huge hit that was even popular here in the States. But anyway, they were huge in UK. I don't know so much here, but all right. Now we have Slayer, Repentless, Repentless Kill-Aji live. This is on red vinyl. It's 2 LPs, $41.95. Getting your Slayer live on, okay?
Cool. I don't think there's been a Slayer live album.
Yeah, I don't
to
think
my
there has
knowledge.
either. So yeah, finally here you are. Christmas is coming.
Listen to some Slayer. Get by the fire.
Now you're getting socks. So now we have the soundtrack cast for Colors. This is silver vinyl, $21.95.
Cool.
Okay. Then we also have the soundtrack and cast of Empire of the Sun, which is a John Williams movie. This is on red vinyl. It is $25.95. Okay. Now we have Trippie Redd, EXLP, $18.95. We did listen to some of this, and it wasn't happening for me. It wasn't my thing. I thought give it a chance, throw it on, but nope, wasn't happy with that. So
Yeah, I'm a big Trippie Redd fan, but his releases as of late have been very disappointing.
yeah, it's
So-
like, do you know, it's just when they get on that thing where, you know, it's nice if it's like interspersed, but when it's just nothing but them singing through that vocoder thing, I hate that. I'm so tired of it. It's been so overused, and settle down, you know?
Yeah, I say if you're gonna use that, at least have good melodies. But
God,
if
yeah.
you're just moaning away,
Yeah.
it's not gonna cut it.
Agreed. All right, now this is Underworld Drift Series Volume 1, which leads me to believe there may be a Volume 2 on the horizon. It's also colored vinyl. This right here is the, well, sort of highlights, because this thing comes in a package of 5 LPs or CDs where it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And I mean, it sort of has some vocal in there, but it's a lot of ambient type stuff. So
Almost like a DJ mix.
in a way,
really.
you know, do you know what the color is on that vinyl? Does it say for you on a sticker?
No, it doesn't say at all.
No, $26.95 is the price for that. And yeah, is there just 1 LP in there?
There's 2.
No, there's 2. Okay, so that's pretty reasonable. $26.95 isn't bad for 2 LPs, but and it is some kind of a color. But this is just the I don't want to say highlights because I don't know if you can actually separate them out. This is a sampler or something like that. Okay, this is just a taster. And then you can go for the big guns on the 5 LP or 5 CD version if you just want to sit there all day and chill out. Okay.
Well, shout out to Underworld for still putting out pretty
Yeah.
bold music.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for a while. So.
Yes, indeed. Okay, and now this is a reissue from M. Ward, Transfiguration of Vincent. This is also on colored vinyl. Do we know what?
Nope.
No. 1995. Okay, it's an Easter egg hunt. Anyway, I used to listen to M. Ward quite a lot. I kind of got out of the habit of it, but you know, he's just great. Very distinct voice, and we lost him way too soon. He was another one that, not for this world, but okay.
Yeah, I hear his name all the time.
Yes.
Never heard any of his stuff.
Oh, really?
check it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, yeah, I think, you know, you might like that, actually. Huh, I'm surprised that you're not on that. Okay, so anyway, big congratulations again to Joel Kotzen, and I'm going to get in touch with you, and we're going to get that prize pack mailed out to you. this weekend. Cass and I are stuck working the weekend because we've had a personnel change, so we are on the marathon of days, and until we get our new guy to start, you know who's going to be joining us is Alex Ramirez, our friend and face about town, is going to be joining us here at Siren in a couple of weeks after he finishes out at his other job, and so yeah, he'll be man in the wheels on the weekends, but this weekend it's us. So
if you want to come chat about anything you saw here today, we'll be here.
all the stuff is here for you, so yeah, come get it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time, and yeah, have a good weekend, y'all.
Thank you.